you had to pick the 5 best Masters of the last 20 years, Tiger in '05, Spieth's collapse, Bubba's hook shot, Rory finally getting the jacket, which ones are you taking? That's what we're fighting over this week in the Masters Snake Draft. Sandbagger Sessions, episode 18. Let's go.
Bag tag Barry over here. All right, let's rumble.
Huh?
Rumble.
Let's rumble. All right, everybody, welcome back. And last week I said episode 16. It wasn't. It was episode 17.
It's okay. Counting's new.
I know. Counting is tough.
Mhm.
Episode 18. Welcome back. Man, I had a lot of fun last week. That was...
It was long.
It was long,
good
but
reviews.
it was,
JD,
we-
my friend.
Well, yeah, and we were just talking about it when we hung out on Saturday night. We came back here. I actually I sat down for some quality control and watched the whole episode.
Watched the whole ep.
Got the family down in New Zealand. I don't know if you joke about my mum watching. My mum actually watched and commented. So
Sweet.
it was,
Commented. Wow. Our
shout out-
first comment.
shout out Janet.
Yeah. First comment from Janet.
So we're not gonna lie, the boys are we're struggling to find a bit of energy here, but let's commiserate in our week together and look forward to what is the week that's coming up, which is the Masters.
I mean, JD said it best. The Masters kind of turns the clock over in Canada to sun and golf outside.
So you're talking about JD Vance for a
sorry.
second?
Mr. Duthie to you.
Yeah. Sorry.
As Mr. Duthie said, as you know him by, it just turns the clock, and I'm ready. I need the sun. I need to get outside. It snowed today in April.
Oh,
That
I
sucked.
think that's maybe the reason we're feeling like this. We're in Ontario. It is April 7th as we're recording this. We're looking for a couple of courses started opening up, and
Mhm.
today we woke up to a good, 3 inches of snow.
Oh, it fucking sucked.
I know
man.
it put me in a terrible mood.
But yeah, I'm tired. Golf pros at the end of their season, they're tired. Buy them a coffee, buy them a drink. Just, a thank you goes a long way. Someone wrote an email. It was so nice. Just thank you for what you did this year. And I was like, that meant a lot.
Is this personal?
It wasn't.
Directed at
It
me?
wasn't you. It was not you. After you picked up multiple wins this week, and
It was a good season.
yeah,
It was a good season.
Just-
yeah.
slinging in awards, close to the pins, club champion, men's league champion, champion golfer of the year for
Champion.
Celtic
Yeah.
Golf
Yeah.
Center.
That's what they got me next to. Wait, who won that last year? That's going to be embarrassing.
Damn, Scotty.
Scotty. Yeah. Me and Scotty, 2 champion golfers of the year. But no, yeah, obviously this week is a massive one. So we're going to do it all today for the Masters. What we're going to do, your idea again, actually. You just come up with the ideas.
I'm an ideas guy.
Yeah.
I don't follow through a lot. I just come up with them, hope someone else takes them, and then I just hang out.
We're going to do a bit of a snake draft. So we're going to look back at the past 20 years of the Masters
Mhm.
and do a snake draft of our favorite years. So I'm looking forward to that. Before we get into that, do what we normally do. So we've got birdie, par, bogey. We've got the picks as well. So we'll recap the Valero, and obviously from your win at the Valero, you get the extra picks this week. You don't.
Yeah,
remember-
I totally forget what
we'll get to
happened?
that. We'll get to that. You just black
No,
out.
I totally blacked out. Tell me what do I get in this
So
week?
you get so we both get I get to pick first this week.
Yes.
So we do our regular picks, but as a result of your win,
I was
last
present
weekend,
last week.
I know
right?
you were
Okay,
present.
Okay.
but you get an additional 2 picks. So you
And
get
one's
to pick,
for me and one's for you.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, I know
yeah.
who you're getting.
Damn it! I shouldn't have brought that up.
Damn.
But
that is huge for me.
I know it's massive. That put you in a good mood.
So what
didn't it?
happens if you're I'm fired up. I'm ready to rumble. What happens if your guy missed the cut?
So it's just
Does my secondary guy double?
it's 2 games in 1. Yeah. So we've got our
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like a Masters bonus that
Damn,
you
I
get
got to be
with.
very, very.
Yeah. So let's
smart
get to that
here.
quick. Let's get to that now, actually, before you got
Wanna-
a chance to think. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm
Okay.
kidding.
No, let's go over because I actually watched a lot of the Valero for some reason on Sunday. The kids were in a good spot, threw it on the TV, and
Yeah.
nice to see JJ Spaun. He's been playing like shit this year.
Oh,
And
he has. Yeah.
He had a really good quote. I'm gonna completely misquote, but it's basically just about his putting, and he basically just got too ingrained in the stroke and just went out, and I think he changed his putter and just went out and was just like, I'm just
I think he said that about all of his games.
Yeah, he just went out and just was like, screw it, I'm just going to play. And it's a good thing to remind people. It's like, there's golf swing and there's playing golf.
Exactly.
Right? And he just decided to play golf, and hey, look what happened. So
you remind me of that a lot too as well. You're like, dude, you're playing golf swing.
Just play golf. No, you play a lot of golf swing. You play a lot of result, a lot of versus just go out and swing at it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm trying to get back to that myself because the winter is a good time to fix things, right? But it also gives you way too much time to analyze and get too much data, and then you're in your own head. So,
well, I like what you started doing with us indoors. If you play indoors on TrackMan, you hit your shot, and once your shot's finished, there's a flash of the screen with data tiles up, and you're like, hey,
I don't want it.
Let's use that on the range when we're playing. When you're playing around, otherwise you're like, oh, I'm swinging over the top, or I'm doing this with my face, or whatever it is. Like, play where the ball's going.
Yeah. Play golf. But yeah, JJ looked great. Hot going into the Masters hot. Do I love his chances? Nah, not in my vibe. I got a top 5 vibes.
I did see your vibes. I'm looking forward to getting to the
those
vibes
down later.
I'm a big fan of JJ Spaun, dude. I mean, like his whole backstory. One of those guys that I think when we had Ryan on, what did he say in his last?
Yeah, he almost quit.
Yeah, he made like $890.
Yeah, he's ready
on
to
the
go.
PGA Tour of Canada, and now he's obviously a major winner, multiple time PGA Tour winner, and
like
yeah,
5'5" too. Like,
what's that?
He's tiny, dude.
Oh yeah, he's tiny, but just seems like a good dude.
Yeah,
and
kickflip. That's already a guy. That's a guy in my book.
Like you say, probably don't love his chances this week, but to get it done at the weekend, obviously, who knows? Maybe he found something. Maybe he's like, hey, I'm just gonna go out and play, and we'll see what happens.
Can you kickflip?
I cannot. I can't even ollie.
Oh.
You should see me try to ollie. It is the most uncoordinated,
the most disappointing thing I've ever heard. That's why you just went off ramps.
Yeah.
It did it all for you.
I need the boost.
Okay, cool,
exactly,
fair enough.
Exactly. Any other highlights from the Valero? Obviously, my guy. So actually, funny story, because when I came in to men's league last week, I was on this pod and it was an unintentional Easter egg for you all listening. I said I was picking the guy who took Akshay Bhatia down to the wire last year with 8 straight birdies, 8 straight one putts, and that was Stephen Yeager. It wasn't Stephen Yeager. Nope. That was Denny McCarthy. So I
made some more money, I think, this week, wouldn't you?
I think I would. Yeah. And actually, on Saturday, I was looking all right. He made a big push on Saturday.
Tommy called in some weather, freezed him out a little bit. Tommy got hot to finish. Tommy, I didn't really know what to take out of that week. A lot of good, a lot of terrible.
Yeah.
It's a weird one for Tommy.
But somehow finished in the top 10 again.
Oh, obvious. Always does. Always finds a way. He's like Rory at the Masters until he got it done, just backdooring his way into top 10. So, how much money did I make?
So the picks from last week, it's, with a field like that and with a lot of ties, we didn't actually make much. You made $237,000.
Nice.
I made $22,000. So you did.
Hey, chipping away.
Picked up a couple $100,000. I mean, I still have a big lead, but hey, with this sort of curveball that you've thrown this week, anything can happen.
See, I like just making up new rules every single week.
You need something to beat me.
Yeah, maybe.
You do that when we play actual golf.
Just make up a new rule.
This hole's worth triple.
I don't know. Took some money.
I'm OB off the tee.
We partnered up. We took some money together off a couple boys, and then I took it all back from you. So that was cool.
I need to make you feel good sometimes.
Just get you drunk and I win.
Oh yeah,
that's how it works lately. The other story of the week that you have an idiot of the week. I'm gonna jump your idiot with. I'm giving Grant Horvat my idiot of the week.
Okay.
I'm this whole hole-in-one thing that they're going on, and give him credit. It's great marketing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hype that at this point it has to be at Augusta National or else this is stupid. But there's not. I will be baffled if Augusta National let those 3 idiots go and play. And I think George is great. Grant's fine, whatever. Wesley's a dweeb. But if they have a video of them playing Augusta and he gets a hole-in-one there, if it's not that, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because I've been, when he first said it, I was like, oh, that's kind of genius. And then he's kind of kept dropping it. And then he got an actual hole-in-one. The episode
with Justin Rose.
With Justin Rose, and he played awesome. I haven't actually finished the episode, but it's highly enjoyable. But yeah, but I'm also like, I got a hole-in-one that I can't. If you made it at Augusta, you can still talk about it.
There must be, if it's there. There must be. I don't know. They're
It's
probably
it's super weird. So yeah, that gets a big double bogey for me. Like it would start out as good marketing, and now I'm just like, okay, now just tell us what it is. Before we get to my idiot of the week, let's go to a recap. Of course, the Augusta National Women's Amateur.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch a lot of it, but it was cool because they played the patch, right?
I think they play the patch for 2 days, and then they play if you make the cut for it's a 54-hole tournament. You make the cut, you play at Augusta.
Yes, the patch looks really cool. They've done a lot of good work. Good shout out to Augusta National. They flipped that place in under a year from what it used to look like to what it is now. It's now on TrackMan. You can play that. There are rumblings that TrackMan has rendered Augusta National, and that potentially you might see that on TrackMan.
That's kind of crazy.
I always said that would never happen.
Yeah, I agree.
They have a really good relationship with them, so if that'd be unbelievable. That's one where you might have to open up in the middle of summer if they announce it to let people play.
But I mean, if they charge, because I mean, there's packages, right? Like you have to pay extra to get Pebble. Like
but that doesn't seem like Augusta National to charge.
Okay,
I would be. Maybe it's a TrackMan thing that they would, but that doesn't seem like Augusta National.
Yeah.
Like you got to pay. Like,
that's
kind of against their vibe, in my opinion. But that'd be awesome. But no, I didn't get to see a lot of it. Obviously, kind of followed it a little bit on Twitter, and Asterisk, sick name, just kind of blew up, unfortunately, in the end. And there's a lot of good stories. I think it's an awesome way to get people hyped for the Masters. I think that's the one where talking to somebody today, and they're like, "I'm going to just try to get tickets to that every year. That's got to be easier than getting tickets to the Masters."
Sure, exactly. And you get to be on the same property.
Yeah.
But that leads me to one of my points. Why do they do this thing why don't they play all 3 rounds at Augusta National? Do you know?
Because the Masters is next week. They want to probably beat up, and I don't know. It's
fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know. I think it's just kind of. For me, it's totally fair.
I think it's also cool. Like, play well, you earn your chance to play Augusta on Saturday.
Yeah.
Versus, just.
But the guys get to play all 4 rounds there.
Yeah, well, they also bring a lot of money.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
A lot of money.
But yeah, you're right. The famed par 3 hole number 12 claimed another victim. So I actually looked through because I was the same. I didn't actually get to watch a lot of it. But Asterisk tally on 12. She actually put a tee shot over the back, got what you thought was a good break into that back bunker. Unfortunately, sculls it across the green into Rays Creek.
Yeah, might be one of the most terrifying bunker shots in the world, because you have to land it barely out of that bunker to have a chance. And if you catch it just a little bit too thin, you are screwed.
But then, interestingly enough, instead of taking the drop from the other side, she dropped it in the same spot.
Yeah.
So hit it out of the bunker, did exactly the same thing, then went across the other side of the green, eventually made a quad.
Cool.
So within the space of
That's sick, though.
Within the space of 5 minutes, she was tied for the lead in the lead to 5 strokes down. So that is a tough look.
Don't like that.
But the Colombian, Maria Jose Marin, and I apologize for the pronunciation, actually broke the tournament scoring record. So she shot absolute 14 under over 54 holes. Absolute flush.
Saw a cool thing. Her little brother was walking around, and I guess he told her on the back 9 or somewhere. He had his backpack, and she's like, "Why do you have your backpack?" And he's like, "Well, I think the trophy should fit in here."
Nice. I like
that's pretty cool. A little 10-year-old kid. I thought that was a cool feel-good story. That's my bird. That's probably my birdie of the week.
That's a big birdie. I love that. And we'll get into the picks, but I said to you last week, I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know if it'll continue, but I want to start a segment. Probably a bit negative anyway, but idiot of the week. And my idiot of the week, and this guy will probably come up several times in idiot of the week, and I'll put a screenshot up.
Yeah. Pro
golf critic on Twitter. And actually, if you notice, if you go into this guy's bio, his bio, Duke grad, golf globalist, +1 handicap, critic of pro golf. And then he just tags a bunch of businesses. So he tags Rolex and Aramco.
They'll probably reach out.
He's not sponsored by them.
That's probably how that works. Just, yeah.
But this tweet, basically the whole thing about Gary Woodland's win, he's got all these, I don't know, he's got some, this guy needs to go to therapy, I think. And basically just said PGA Tour media is trying to make this Woodland win bigger than it is by artificially inflating it. It's because of the PR nightmare from the Tiger DUI. They have the same agent. The tour needs positive PR. And then basically goes on this whole spin about how, like, he's got a friend with actual PTSD and Gary's just, basically milking this whole situation. And so I don't even know what this gets from me, but
Sounds
this
like a cool guy.
This guy just trolls around Twitter, just absolutely, what do you call clout chasing, and then accuse other people of clout chasing. So we're a tiny podcast, but this guy deserves to be called out because this is idiot number one of the week for me, and number two is not even in.
Seems like they got a podcast out there, Golf Lovers United GC. That is a mouthful.
Yeah, it's not great.
You listen, you're subscribing.
Well, he's put up shorts sometimes, and his takes on the pod are just as bad as his tweets. So that's my idiot of the week, anyway.
Just out there engagement farming. I mean, it's clearly working. We're chatting about it. That's your boy there. Let's get past it. We got a big week.
We got a big week.
We need to get something that excites us right now. And the Masters. I got all my gear decked out. Showed to my buddy.
You got your gear decked out right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I got the logo, double logo. I think I got a Hinch or Crail shirt on underneath. I'm just triple logo.
You're just going all continents.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Won't tell you who got me this.
That's a Grant Horvat can't talk about it kind of thing.
Can't talk about it. I do have a Masters 2020 hat, which I think is sick because cool. Only people that were able to shop there were players, caddies, and I think they allowed coaches that week. So
okay. 2020 was obviously a unique one.
So that one's. I gotta get it cleaned up though. It kind of faded. I wore it a little bit that year, and it looks terrible. I don't know how to clean hats. I don't know how to make a hat shiny.
As soon as my hat gets a little ratty, it's out, and I cycle them.
Yeah, so I got to figure out that. But no, I'm really looking forward to it. Where do we want to start? Do we want to start? Do you want to end with picks? Do we want to?
Let's go. Let's start with the picks.
Okay.
So we've got the picks. So we're basically doing our. I guess you could say, if we're at the Masters, our picks, our meals, and then we're going to look back the past 20 years. We're going to do a snake draft and pick our favorite years. But let's get to the picks first.
Okay.
And so you got first pick last week. I got first pick for the Masters, but I feel like my first pick is going to be negated by your, this bonus that you get. And for me, it's This is an interesting one because my gut probably isn't telling me to go here, and it doesn't normally work out great when I don't go with my gut, but I just can't turn this guy down. And we don't get a chance to pick guys like this week in, week out. So my pick for the Masters is Jon Rahm.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Kind of shocked that you do that. Jon Rahm, is just becoming less and less likable every single week.
Yeah, but it doesn't
currently. Currently,
you don't win money from being likable.
Yeah, number 2 shots gained in the world according to Data Golf this year. Absolutely playing his golf ball. Bryson keeps just putting him in a body bag out on Live.
Yeah,
which is hilarious. But no, I don't hate the pick. I'm in another pool, and I think a lot of people are going to take that because you get to pick him 4 times, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of saving him because I do think John will pick up a major this year. I almost said this week. That might be.
There we go.
That might not be good. That might not be good at all.
You just walked under the ladder.
Yeah. So no, I actually like the pick. I do like the pick. I hope that isn't the case. I don't want to hear him. I just don't want to hear him bitching after. I just don't want to give him more mic time right now.
Yeah, that's fair. But if he wins me the tournament or if he wins my pick, then I don't care.
All right. Well, this is interesting of how I kind of play this out, right? Because I need to. And this one I'm gonna take Scotty. I have him one more time.
Okay, that's your Scotty picks for the year. Done.
If he wins this, he's got the next 2 to win the Scotty Slam.
Yep,
which would be sick. So I'm done with Scotty for the year. I think if there's a matchup I like, I love Rory going into the week, but he's hurt or is he not? Is there too much going on? Scotty also just had a kid. See, now I'm talking myself out of it again.
I was just about to say, how concerned are you about the...
But he also said he's playing next week at Hilton Head. So I'm like, you just had your second kid. I mean, I'm sure if he wins, he's not playing next week. All right,
Wouldn't that be sick though if his baby was born 2 weeks ago and
Yeah.
within the first month of him being alive, you see Scotty win twice?
Now, here's a question I need to know before I make my next pick.
Yeah.
Does this next pick count?
Yes,
as
absolutely
one
it
of my picks
does.
For the year?
Absolutely it does.
Interesting. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, then based off that, I will take. I can't believe I'm saying this. I will. This is hard. This is very hard. I'll walk you through where I'm going. I'm either going Ludwig or Bryson, and I'm worried of wasting a Ludwig when I need him again throughout the year. I actually think he's gonna win this tournament.
Okay. So
Bryson's available, right?
Him.
But no matter what, whatever guy I'm going to take, you know what? Then yes, I'm going to take Ludwig.
Okay.
I'm going to take Ludwig. I'm going to get that out of the way now. I just don't want to see Bryson, the YouTube video, being like, I can't believe what I just did at Augusta National. And then your pick is VJ Singh.
No. We said that my pick has to have qualified. And
he can't be a past champion.
Cannot be a past champion.
Oh, well, I might need a minute here.
Okay, you want to come back to this?
No, that hurt.
So basically, just while he looks it up for all you guys listening at home, when Stefan came up with this absolutely wild idea to try and gain some ground on me, because he won last week, he gets to pick an extra pick for himself and an extra pick for me. But we did say the one caveat was you couldn't pick, a VJ or a Fred Couples or I guess Bernard Lang is done now. But, anyone that was through a past champions exemption, there had to be someone who qualified, basically legitimately qualified for the Masters this year. Yeah.
Can I pick an amateur?
No. No, you can't.
Man, you're making too many rules here. This is ridiculous.
We got to have some guardrails here.
This is ridiculous. Okay, then in that case, I have no idea who the hell this guy is. He's not an amateur. He has qualified for this tournament. You can have Casey Jarvis.
Okay, let's go Casey. I'm gonna have to write down that full name because otherwise I won't remember.
I don't know who that guy is. That sounds bad.
We'll have to look up how.
Let's see. How did Casey Jarvis get in here? So it's according to Golf Digest, he got in through 24, whatever 24 means.
Was he like top? No, he's not top 10 on the DP World Tour because he's not on the PGA Tour, I don't think.
24 means he's the current South African Open champion. I fucking love this pick. I absolutely love this pick. Casey Jarvis, that's your guy this week. I love that. That is awesome.
Let's go, Casey.
It was either that or like
hilarious.
a Keegan Bradley or someone that's just playing like a dog right now. But no. Yeah. Give Casey Jarvis. Oh, man, if he beats Ludwig this week,
that would be.
I think I'm just quitting.
If Casey Jarvis makes the cut, that is a huge win for me.
Yes, it is. Now it's pretty fucking hard to miss this cut. It's basically impossible. If you miss this cut, it's a bad.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because it's like top 65 in ties or something. What? Here, let me look it up.
Out of 120.
It's not that big. It's like an 83 person field.
Oh, okay. So it's like not a limited cut field, but it's...
Yeah, so the threshold's top 50s in ties, and they used to have the 10-shot rule. So if you were within 10, now top 50s in ties makes it that back then, prior to 2020, it was basically, if you miss this cut, that's awful.
Okay.
So... Casey Jarvis. Has Casey Jarvis ever played the Masters? I'm going to guess he hasn't. Let's just look up this guy's life. I just want to know what he looks like. Casey Jarvis. He doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. Okay. He has not played in the Masters. He last played a major in 2024 in the US Open. He missed the cut. But he is your South African Open.
You did really well with that within a limited amount of time. Well done.
I did. Yes, I did. I saw a name that was a professional. I've never heard of, and I wondered why. And when I win this week, I think you should have to make me my Masters meal.
Well, let's get onto that because I wasn't surprised by some of these, but I mean, we'll get these are if we were a champion, what would our Masters meals be? And I must say, you're looking very Bubba Watson here with some of these picks.
Oh, come on. Bubba Watt, that has to be the worst meal ever. Why don't we'll go our cocktail each, and then we'll do our appy, and then our main. I do have a Bubba Watson flair at the end.
Oh, okay.
Definitely Bubba Watson
all right.
flair.
I'll go. My cocktail, I'm just going nothing fancy. I don't like a fancy cocktail. I like something very standard. And as you know, for me, it's just a rye and ginger.
Okay.
Like, give me a nice rye.
Which rye? Are you gonna pick one?
Even just a Crown Royal. Like, I'm not a big fancy cocktail guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going a little fancier. I'm going with a nice smoked old fashioned.
Okay.
You know what? Add a cigar there. You boys, we're gonna have smoked old fashions sitting on the patio there with a nice Cuban cigar, which is definitely illegal in America. But that's my starting point. So
like
just a nice way to ease
ease
into the evening.
Okay.
Now I don't know if starting with a cigar is always before a meal.
Maybe finishing with it.
Maybe. But I got a great finisher. So all right, what's your appy?
So I'm going full New Zealand with my menu.
Yeah.
So if you want to look them up, a lot of people around the world maybe don't know what I'm referencing when I say this, but bluff oysters. So they're from the southernmost tip of
you're
New
gonna
Zealand.
have one horny.
They're
You're looking to hear Gary Player all horned up. He's gonna have a bluff oyster and a blue chew. Just fucking get fired right up over there.
Extra horseradish.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
But no, bluff oyster is just so big and juicy. Put the I love all seafood, but your PEI oysters and that from Canada just don't quite do it. So yeah, I'm going bluff oysters and another Kiwi classic, which is just your standard ready salted chips with the Kiwi onion dip. It's kind of like halibut dip.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that pairs beautifully with oysters.
That does sound like I'm fucking hungry now. And this is
hungry and horny.
So I'm definitely getting horny. Definitely getting me hungry. Okay, so I got a 2-part appy here, so people can kind of pick where they're going.
Yeah.
I got a seafood tower. These boys love their seafood. We're talking lobsters. You're gonna have your oysters on there. You got your shrimp.
Yeah.
You got your calamari. You got everything.
Just
you need.
anything you want.
Everything you want on there. And then if you're not a seafood guy, we got a nice beef tartare. With shaved truffle and potato chips.
I like
to
that.
Dip that in.
I like
and
that.
Just
and talking about a bit of strategy here, are you picking a meal that obviously you like and it's good food, but are you trying to kind of like soften a few of the boys up with
the
good
boys
picks?
are getting fat. Mine. This is my meal as it goes down. We're getting heavier.
They're out on Sunday morning and they just cannot stop thinking about.
We're getting heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
I want it good. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah.
Okay, for my main, if I'm going New Zealand theme, you cannot go past a beautifully slow cooked New Zealand lamb shank, and it has to be the shank, the big bone, the meat just melting off the bone.
So hungry.
And then I want that with the really nice sweet roasted carrots,
a little brown sugar on there.
Yeah, like really nice and crispy, and the mashed potato all topped off with kind of like that. What do they call it? The red wine jus.
Okay.
Like
is it garlic mash? We got the skin in there.
We're going no skin.
Oh,
definitely
I love
no
a skin in there.
No, I don't want any skin. I want it nice and smooth.
You're looking.
I don't want
heavy
it chunky.
butter, heavy garlic. Okay.
But yeah, that lamb shank has just got to be falling off the bone.
See, I'm trying to make everyone happy. So just like my appies, I got 2 mains.
Okay.
So if you don't like the one, you can go to the other.
Yeah.
So
it's not a wedding.
Yeah, so it's the best day of my life.
It's someone's funeral.
Yeah, so my first main, we got a 100-day aged burger with bordelaise sauce and fries.
Why the 100-day?
Just because it's fucking fancy shit. I want to.
Are you gonna do quality inspection? Make sure they're all.
I'm gonna go over there and watch it every single. I want a live stream on that burger. That is just stolen. There's a great restaurant called Jetan in Ottawa.
Okay.
It's a French restaurant. You look up this burger, you'll see the sauce, this thing. I'm so hungry right now.
We're going to take a break and
we'll do a trip up to Ottawa to play some golf this year. I do have some golf course I really want to get to, and we'll go right down by the old office there, just up the street.
Okay.
Right beside Lieutenant's Pump. I'm sure you pumped the ceiling in there one night. We can have that burger. And if you don't want that and you want to go a little bit more Italian, we're going with a chicken parm with fettuccine Alfredo.
If you want the boys to get fat and feel loaded up, chicken parm.
We're heavy carbs
Heavy
in the
cream.
main. Heavy cream. I love a chicken parm with fettuccine Alfredo.
Chicken parm is. I will say I've never had a chicken parm with fettuccine Alfredo.
See, you need the mix because chicken parm with the tomato sauce, there's too much tomato. I need a little mix, and then you get a little tomato sauce in the fettuccine.
So you get like a little bit of the citrus and a little cream to kind of balance it out. This is turning into like a Bob Does Sports podcast.
Yeah.
With food we're talking about.
yeah, you're gonna ask me about Canadian history next. And I answer anything.
So my dessert, again, sticking with the same theme, hokey pokey ice cream and lolly cake. So hokey pokey ice cream's like creamy vanilla ice cream with little chunks of like honeycomb in there. Absolutely delicious.
Sounds awesome.
And lolly cake is like a what's the way to describe lolly cake? It's like those little kind of like hard marshmallow things, but baked in like a like you basically just crunch up a bunch of cookies and that makes the dough, and then the little lollies are in there. And we're gonna have to have pavlova. People are gonna say it's Australian. It's not. Top it off with some pavlova.
So this got a little bogey at the end.
That was that was. We could do a whole episode on what constitutes a bogan, and that's definitely a bogan dessert.
This is pretty
good pick. Well done.
This is pretty bogey at the end. Like you had a very fancy meal, and then it was like, we're gonna have a hokey pokey ice cream, a lolly cake, a cigarette, and then we're gonna come back for some pavlova. Just that's
and a rum and coke.
Yeah, and a rum and coke. Yeah. I mean, outside of that, and it does sound good.
Yeah,
I can't argue this meal. The we're really we go bogan. We move into the suburbs for a good while.
It's a bogan sandwich.
So we move in the suburbs with that bluff oysters, right? We're like, they're not that expensive here. We get rich with that Maine. We got a nice house in a gated community. And then we fucking can't pay the bills. And we go to dessert and we're a full-blown bogan again. And I love that.
Yeah.
And I love that. And that might be the story of your life one day. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Right. And I go, I don't know. I guess a bogan, a Canadian version of bogan might just be a hoser. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it's not a redneck like a lot of people think.
Yeah. So I'm going a little Irish with some sticky toffee pudding.
Okay.
Love a sticky toffee pudding. I'm so disappointed in myself. Didn't have it once in Ireland. Never saw it on a menu.
I got it once and I remember you seeing me being like, damn it, I should have got that.
Yeah.
It's so good.
What did I get?
You ordered terrible food while we were sorry, not to you. Good food, but bad choices.
I had fish and chips too much.
Yeah.
No, definitely could have made some changes there.
Yeah.
So that's the one, and then we got a double Oreo McFlurry as your last.
Like the double stuff.
Yeah, you throw two.
Oh,
just one. Not just one of the cookie. I want
like all
and then another. I want like every bite is Oreo. But man,
talking about bogan.
It's gonna be a tight. Yeah, no, it's a bogan move at the end. But I think we'll post these. I assume you're gonna figure out how to make it look, and then post it on our socials, and let's see who thinks people win.
Comes out on top.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're gonna win.
Oh,
I have a feeling you're gonna win.
It might be. It'll be interesting because I feel like people might want to mix and match, but you're not allowed to do that. Sorry, you're gonna have to pick one or the other.
No.
Yeah.
I can already see our boy Seb being like, "Oh, I can't do that seafood tower," and then
Seb and Faz are screwed.
Oh, Faz. I think Faz has to pick yours.
Yeah, I don't think there's any.
He'd be reading the ingredients on ginger ale. And the lolly cake,
lolly cake.
There's just so much ingredient reading.
Hokey pokey.
Yeah, and then even that, the honeycomb. No, the honeycomb. I don't know. Can he have that?
We'll post that up. You can. There's two winners out of tonight. The meal winner and then the snake draft. The snake draft winner.
All right. So
do you know what? I guess all of our partners, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, have what I call price of admission. And price of admission is some of those things that just piss you off to no end, but they're never going to change. And my wife's price of admission into our relationship is that she never puts the lids back on things and she never puts stuff back in the fridge. I went upstairs and I was like, I was like, oh, orange, nice crispy cold orange juice. Where's the orange juice? Out on the bench, just completely room temperature.
Now, I've known your wife for about
Long time.
20 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, that doesn't surprise me.
There's lots of other prices of admission.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
No, I love it to death.
Yeah.
I have to say that.
Yeah, there's a contract there. Can I get vibey for a bit?
Yeah, let's get vibey.
Yeah, so I wrote down my top 5 vibe players for the week. So these are guys I'm vibing with. There's no stats. I think all 5 of these guys could be in the mix this week. And I'm gonna
vibes as in like you're just liking what they're doing right now.
I'll break it down. Okay. So
right.
Ludwig, I already talked about it a little bit. Ludwig, the guy hits the ball so damn straight. And he's got a vibe of, it doesn't really matter. But
he's a Swedish Adam Scott.
Yeah. It's good looking, tall. He looks like a monster when he's standing over the golf ball. He's so tall. His swing might be my favorite on tour.
Plays quickly.
Plays quick. That it's just a vibe. And I do wonder how that will play come Sunday, but I really truly believe we got a guaranteed top 3 here.
If anything, I think if he's in contention, he just needs to slow down a little bit. And he even said that after the players. He's like, yeah, I probably should have slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just keep it slow. Yeah.
My next one is Corey Connors. This guy always plays well there. Not off the greatest start this year, but if there's a place where Corey can come back and if there's a major he's going to win, it's here.
If he can start putting.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it helps. And it's very helpful at Augusta, but he's found a way to do it there before. Yep. I think he's made some putter switches. I don't love that, but he's just a guy. And I would love to see his menu. This guy loves his wine.
Just vibes.
Yeah, it's a vibes of I just want to see the wine pairings he's got next.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think Brooks I can't believe we made it this far without talking. I mean, we haven't really broken down the Masters too much, but Brooks is a scary guy right now.
Yep.
He's ball striking it great. He's got this vibe about him where it's like, okay, I did what I have to do to come back to PGA Tour and pretend I cared that much and yada, yada, yada. And now I'm out here for blood. And I truly believe Brooks is winning a major this year. I believe now that Rory caught him, that's another thing for him. And there's just a vibe there. Brooks is a vibe.
Yep.
Brooks is you want him at that party. Him at that Masters Champions dinner would be awesome.
And I think like low-key, him and Hideki Matsuyama like good buddies. Like you've seen like bits here and there. Like he surprised Hideki with a birthday cake and he did something at TGL. Like they kind of, but
Hideki's on my Hideki's on Hideki's on my honorable mentions.
Yeah, fair enough.
Watch out.
Yeah.
That guy, watch out at Augusta. Like so sneaky out there. Obviously won it.
Yep.
Probably easily, in my opinion, when I looked at the last 20 years of menus, his menu was the best.
Oh,
by a long shot.
And I mean, like, have you been to Japan?
No.
Like, Japanese food in general is just amazing. And then if you got a Japanese person picking good Japanese food, like,
and then you have Augusta National's unlimited budget.
It would be incredible.
I just saw a video, Mike Weir, and they were talking about his menu when he did it. And it was very Canadian meat based. He had like boar and elk and all these different things. Well, you get charged for the whole bill when you do this dinner.
Yeah.
And he said back then that was 2004.
I think it was over $20,000.
Over $20,000.
Yeah.
So, especially the wine. Now, Rory's almost a billionaire. I guess there's a book coming out about Rory. I'm all over the place right now. But there's a book coming out about Rory. There was some sort of bullshit article by the Daily News about his marriage, too, that basically multiple people have come out and been like, this is bullshit. But, that menu, the wine he picked, I looked at some of those bottles. I looked at one of those bottles of wine, and it was like $1,800.
Do you think you would notice like between $100 bottle of wine and $1,800? I wouldn't notice. I mean, I love the vibe.
I've had like there were certain circles where I was with back in different career where I was offered some pretty good wine, and
don't lie, you make millions of dollars.
Yeah, I'm definitely a millionaire, and that's why I'm sitting in your fucking basement hoping we can make $10 off this podcast. And you can definitely tell, but I truly don't think I could tell from a $500 bottle of wine to a $2,000 bottle of wine. Now I can definitely tell, and I had a wine stint, but it kind of fallen out. It's just the headache the next day I find. But like I remember a couple buddies of mine, Matt, who you know, and another buddy Ryan, we got a bottle of Camus one time. It was like $120 bottle of wine. We were sitting there like, man, this is pretty good. And it kind of ruins shitty red wine. Like it really does. And then, you know, that was a different career ago where I never actually bought it for myself, but maybe for my birthday this year, we're in Scotland.
Okay.
Maybe we'll treat ourselves to a nice bottle of wine. You and I will share it somewhere.
Your pick.
Nothing better than, I'm sure that Dunvegan has the best wine selection in the world. And then I got two more. Sorry, vibes. Back on vibes. I was vibing on wine. You can tell I'm very drink and food heavy right now.
Yeah, man, we've had a crazy week.
Watch out for Jordan Spieth this week.
Yep.
Watch out.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's something coming. There's nothing there. This is a vibes pick.
Yeah.
But there's some vengeance there. There's something turning back the clock. The guy's in one in since 2019, 2021.
And you say turning back the clock. I mean, turning back the clock in terms of form, yes, but he's not that old yet, you know?
No, and again, he just came out so hot. And like it always he won 3 majors. He's won all the 3. He's waiting on the PGA Championship. That always catches me. I always think he won 4, but he blew up that Masters and Danny Willett won.
Mm-hmm.
So watch out for that. And then the last one is, I can't believe I'm saying this, I might be a Patrick Reed guy.
Well, we've spoken about this a few weeks ago. Like as John Rahm's stock just tanks, Patrick Reed's, I don't know if you hired the same PR guy as Bryson DeChambeau, but his stocks just keep going up. He just seems to be saying the right things, doing the right things. And I can't disagree.
So I think P's going to be vibing this week. He'll be out there vibing, just hitting those big hooks. When I look at one of these 5, Jordan, Brooks, or Corey Connors, I feel like it'd be, again, it wouldn't be a surprise if they did well or if they won. It would be, you know, kind of more out of the blue. I think Ludwig and Patty Reed have got a real chance. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Ludwig's a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Corey's a great guy. Nice guy. That would be an awesome story.
That would,
from a Canadian, I don't think anyone outside of Canada is rooting for that other than Ryan French. But
if he's you know, in amongst it coming into Sunday, you can guarantee there will be millions of Canadians glued to their TV screen.
I need your thoughts here though. So Sunday is my wife's birthday. Yeah. It's not a big one. It's like 30. She's 37. Like, we don't need. We are going out for dinner on Sunday at 6:00. Do I have?
Why don't you go out Saturday night?
We couldn't. We didn't have. You want to babysit on Saturday night?
No.
Exactly. You babysat for 3 hours. You need a fucking nap. It wasn't even my kids. It was one kid, and you need a nap.
I'll text you. I'll live tweet you.
So I'm thinking, is this a faux pas? We're going to a pretty nice dinner.
To put it on the phone?
Do I have the phone on the table? I have to have the phone.
I mean, it's definitely a faux pas, but I mean, I guess you can.
She knows who she married.
No, that's fair.
And like, it's my job. I got to come on this podcast.
It's absolutely a faux pas. Would anyone blame you? Probably not. It's probably also going to depend. Like if it's back 9 and someone's in the lead by 5 strokes. But then again, who knows what happens? People blow up on 12. So
well, it also depends who's in the lead by 5 strokes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
What if VJ's in the lead by 5 strokes? Now, we haven't even talked about that. VJ makes the cut this week.
We got a big piece of memorabilia.
What's my budget? $100?
I don't know. No, all we said,
because I think I have to pick it.
Yeah, you have to pick. But all we said is that it does have to be tasteful.
Okay,
it's not, you know.
But what's my budget?
$200.
Whoa, okay, hell yeah, I love that. VJ Singh. Did he win the South African Open? Because that would be a double dip here.
And if he can win, and my boy Casey Jarvis can make the cut, maybe they get a photo together, and somehow we get our hands on that photo.
That would be
and the title is just 2 South African Open
Man, he
winners.
won the South African Open in 1997. Man, that's where I'm going. VJ, you got to make the cut this week.
Message your boy James Duthie and be like, hey, you got to get a signed photo of VJ somehow.
Oh, that would be that might be the scariest guy out there to ask for an autograph from.
All right, before we get onto the snake draft, we've got one more lighthearted thing. So every year, obviously, as they say, a tradition unlike any other. Lots of tradition this week, lots of kind of ceremonious things. But what would be some of the things we'll
Why
go
don't
back and forth,
you go through your first
okay,
five,
I'll go through mine. What are some of the things? And I think honestly you beat me with your list, but I'll go through mine anyway. What are some of the things that like will not happen, but if they did, it would be absolutely
pretty
sick.
cool if you did. That's a clip. You can put the
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about. Be cool if you did.
No, it'd be cooler if you did. Yeah, you got to put it on the D.
It'd be cooler if you did.
Right. My first one, someone holds out on 18 to win.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it would also suck, but like for the guy who loses, but I don't know, like that would just be wild.
The guy waiting there with a one-shot lead in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
And Justin Rose comes in vengeance
just
last year.
Flushes a wedge in there. Or
spins it back and holes out. That'd be pretty sick.
Because that Sunday hole location does, with the little bank there, it can, we saw Rory's last year, right? In the playoff.
I'm wondering, do we see different pins? I hated the pin on 16 last year. I liked the hole-in-one opportunity on 16 on Sunday. They had that kind of up pin. I wonder if they do change one or two a year.
I feel like 16 and 18 should be the same each year.
Yeah, I didn't love it last year where it was. So we'll speaking of 16, every year when they show the guys skipping over the water and the one that John Rahm made the hole-in-one doing that, is it a hole-in-one? I don't know. That is so cool.
Doesn't count, but it's insane.
How?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's skill level is off the charts.
Yeah.
My next one is we hear a patron's phone go off on the broadcast, and we see them get kicked out live on TV.
Duthie just getting tackled out there. Somehow brought his phone out and just getting tackled like Adam Hadwin at the Canadian Open. Yeah.
Talking about amateurs earlier, if we had an amateur in the final pairing on Sunday.
Is Jackson Coyven in the field?
No, he's no, I don't think he is this year.
That would, If there was anybody to do it, it would be him. Let's see.
And also with my
no, he's not.
He's not this year.
There's a Jackson Harrington though, so maybe it's him.
Also, with someone holding out on 18. Someone getting a hole-in-one on 16 to take the lead would also be absolutely sick. That hole's electric. We'll need the good pin location, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see some first hole carnage, like
just
someone
like
just so nervous, just duck hooks one or slice it into oblivion down the trees on the right hand side. Is Nick Dunlap there this year?
Oh, Nick Dunlap's going to find all sorts of places.
What did he shoot last year in the first round? A 92, I think.
I think
he shot a 92, and then he came back and he shot 2 under on Friday.
Was it? Yeah, it was not good. Hopefully,
but he got a lot of kudos for that. And
you don't withdraw from the Masters.
No. But my next one, and guess the player that I'm talking about most likely for this to happen. Someone breaks an Augusta tee marker with their driver and breaks their driver at the same time.
Wyndham Clark. Wyndham Clark is on my no vibes for the week list.
Zero vibes.
Yeah, so I went a completely different direction, which is shocking. My first one is Gary Player cold tops his drive in the ceremonial tee off.
That'd be great.
That'd be so sick. Yeah. Just straight top where it doesn't even leave the tee block.
You see the photos of him? Mac Boucher and Sarah Winter did something with him recently, and they posted a photo with Gary Player.
No.
And Gary Player's...
That seems like the worst blunt rotation of all time.
Gary Player's grip around Sarah Winter's hip is just...
concerning.
It's
wait till he has your fucking oysters. Gonna be finding all sorts of people out there. Moving on from Gary. Gary drives you crazy. Did you hear what I said though? Those three would be a terrible blunt rotation. Just the worst. God, Sarah Winters, and she's probably great, but like during the Internet Invitational, which kept saying you're him. Mac annoys me. He's fine, but he annoyed me when they did the final event last year, the Creators Classic shit, where he hit it right handed with an upside down driver. It's just like stuff like that annoys me. And then Gary, we interviewed Gary for the Tea Talk podcast back in the day.
I remember you telling me about it.
It was about an hour, and we could only use 20 minutes because if we kept it all in, he probably would have been canceled. It was a disaster. My second one is Rory hits Bryson with a drive. I think I could see it on 2. Bryson in the fairway. Rory nukes one. It just bounces and somehow hits Bryson because he'd make the biggest deal ever.
You could see, you could see it'd be like 1, 2 bounces,
and
like
then right in the spine. And then you just talk about it for ever. He'd bring it up on YouTube. It'd be so annoying. VJ finishes in the top 5. I think that'd be sick. Just VJ out there. I don't know how it's going to happen, but that would be hilarious to me. Just from how much shit you talked about VJ, I actually think he's going to find a way to make the cut.
He's not going to make the cut.
He's making the cut.
No way in hell.
Someone falls in Ray's Creek. That would be hilarious. So someone
we had the urinating in Ray's Creek last year.
Yes, we did.
You also spelt Ray's wrong, but that's fine.
It was Google. Yeah, that would be great. And then my last one, this is a little unique. Did you ever watch Arrested Development?
No, I didn't.
No. Okay, so in Arrested Development, Tobias is a bald guy, and he gets hair transplant. And he gets super sick with what they call graft versus host because they transplant someone else's hair onto his head. So my last one is that ZJ withdraws from the Masters with graft versus host syndrome.
Zach Johnson.
Zach Johnson. His terrible hair plugs that he's got in there suddenly hits him. He falls ill due to this graft versus host, and he has to withdraw, and he has to talk about it because it's clearly evident it's coming from his head. There's blood coming through his hat on Thursday, and we just don't have to deal with that ass hat, that clown. That fake 2-time major winner, that worst captain in history for the Ryder Cup. Should I continue? I feel like stand ZJ, and the hair plugs are so bad. And believe me, I'm all for hair plugs.
I'm going to be getting them at some point.
But
I gotta watch this Graf versus Host though.
Oh, you gotta. Arrested Development's one of the best shows ever. One of the best shows ever. But yeah, those are my top 5 stories for the week.
All right, let's go into the snake draft. So, did you say? Well, I got the first pick for the players. So you said you get first pick for the snake draft.
I get first pick. Okay. So then you get one. Then you get the next 2, and I get the next 2.
For sure. And so what we're doing, we're 2005 to 2025.
Yeah.
Or I guess 2006 to 2025.
Yep.
Last 20 years, pick your best year and why, and then we'll put it to you. Who had the best? We're gonna go 5 each.
Yeah. For me, it's an easy pick. It's bad timing, but I got to go 2019 Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what took over me when that happened. When he won that, it came out of kind of not out of the blue. Obviously, he had won the year before at the Tour Championship, and he was playing really well leading up to that. But I never thought, because when he was winning majors, I wasn't a big golf fan. Like I watched golf, but I wasn't playing a lot of, I knew of Tiger Woods, everybody did, but it was just that he did it. Like it was like, where did this come from? I remember I was crying in the club.
Yep.
And I thought I'd never feel that way again until obviously last year, where that was, and I'm sure is going to be your number 1 pick, but it like last year was exhausting in a different way. That was just more like, holy shit, is this real?
Yeah.
So I'm going 2019 Tiger with my.
I mean, it was, and again, I get for so many people, but I think particularly people of, our generation, growing up, and I guess, when Tiger was going through the amateur ranks, we were, not even 10, or we were probably probably turning 10, and then obviously to see all those ups and downs, and then to see everyone completely write him off. He was scolded by the chairman of Augusta at the time when he returned, and whatever year it was, live on TV.
Fred Ridley? No, not Fred.
No, it wasn't Fred.
It was,
it was but the Fred's predecessor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, obviously, I mean, you having the first pick here was really a layup.
It was 1A, 1B between those two. I assume you're going Rory, and then I think things can get
Yeah, no, you're dead right. I am going Rory from 2025. And again, for obviously completely different reasons to Tiger. You know, I mean, you can probably say for the most part, albeit, you know, forget some rumors about, you know, divorce and marriage, stuff like that. I mean, Rory's squeaky clean really throughout his entire career. And I mean, this one, like you say, it was a very different win, but it brought up those same emotions as what I had with Tiger in 2019.
Easily the best celebration.
Oh, the whole thing. Like we've spoken about it previously. I was at a Boston Pizza, and you just and the emotions as a fan, like. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. No, he's blown it again. Yeah. Oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. No, he's blown it again. Like to be in the middle of fairway on 18 with a wedge in your hand and all he's got to do is hit the green in 2-putt. Nope, can't do that. He goes into the bunker, doesn't get it up and down.
Did you watch the doc?
I haven't yet. I've been waiting for I've been so busy, and I want to sit down and I want no distractions. I want a coffee in my hand. I want to watch that properly.
It's good. I don't want to ruin it. It just feels too soon.
Well, your boy KVV made a really good point about that exact thing.
Yeah.
And he said there's something special with moments like this in sport where you let them, I can't remember the word he used, but like let them breathe for a bit, you know?
It also allows him, like if they did that in 10 years,
yeah.
and it allows him to not only, I don't know the wording, but kind of change his thoughts a little bit on it and like how that aged, and you know your his perception now is so accurate, but it makes it would I think just 10 years from now that doc would have been so much better.
Completely agree. His perspective on that in 10 years time will probably be completely different to what it is now.
I think it was Fred Ridley said like no one's done more after winning for Augusta National than Rory. Like he's all year been such a good Masters winner. He's rocking the ANGC hat, which is such a flex. You cannot buy that unless you play the course with a member. You can't buy it this week.
Yeah, because this week it's all Masters stuff in the shop,
it's
right?
all Masters stuff. I don't know anyone that's been able to get their hands on something like that.
Yeah.
And I it's one of those ones where I wouldn't want it if someone was like, "Hey, I'm here." Like no, I can't.
Yeah. But just to we all saw it, we all knew it was for the Grand Slam. We all knew, but just to recap why it was so special. So, only the sixth man in history to complete the Grand Slam. It was his 17th attempt at the Masters, and that's the second most of all time needed for a first time winner. We spoke about it, I think, on maybe like our second episode of this pod. There has never been a winner that made as many double bogeys as Rory McIlroy did over those 4 days. And I think that's all you've got to to know the ups and downs. The collapse in 2011, 5-shot lead, and he shot an 80 on the Sunday. The culmination, and you saw that in his reaction, and then the Jim Nantz CBS silence for 2 minutes was just absolutely incredible.
So
absolutely
good.
Incredible.
All right, what's your next one?
I forgot this is a snake draft. This next one might surprise you, actually. This is the Spieth meltdown and the Danny Willett win.
Fuck, I wanted that one. That was so entertaining. That's a great pick.
Yeah, so he obviously...
I did not think you'd take that early. I thought I could get that at like 5.
Oh, really? No way. So as you alluded to just, probably 10 minutes ago, he was trying to go back-to-back at the Masters for his fourth major. And I think he finished with on the first 9, on Sunday with 3 straight birdies, leading by 5, and went on 10, 11, 12, went bogey, quad. And not only it was Spieth's meltdown, but Danny Willett was the last man in the field the last guy, and shoots a bogey-free 67 on Sunday to win.
He was in the clubhouse for like an hour and a half. Yeah,
and just the jacket ceremony at the end. I mean, that like if you win the year before and then you have a good showing, or maybe you don't play well the next year, the jacket ceremony is like, hey. But to go down in that, like, for 63 holes, you're in complete command of the tournament, and you collapse on 9 holes, and then you got to go put the jacket on the guy at the end. Oh.
I think I'm gonna watch the back 9 tonight on put myself to bed. Just throw that on.
If you're feeling down about something, about work, about your own golf game, about your family or something, and you need some perspective, just watch that back 9.
That's dark. I like it. All right. I did not expect you to go there. I thought.
Yeah, I know more than you think.
I thought I had that in the bag. I'm gonna go Adam Scott 2013.
Okay.
Adam Scott in a playoff over Justin Rose, I believe. Right.
Yes.
Finally picked up that major. Was always the guy without a major. Beautiful swing.
Angel Cabrera. He beat
Angel Cabrera.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Right. Coming back to Angel. Just awesome to see. I believe he had the meltdown for the Open just the previous year, where he had that big lead and he bogeyed 4 straight or whatever it was to lose it, to come back and win that. And again, the relief at the end was awesome to see.
And still the only major he's ever won, which is
crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
With that swing.
Yeah, with that swing.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not in love with this guy by any means, but just another really, really good story was Sergio's win over Justin Rose. So, easy to go, okay, you got the Scotty, you got the John Rahms ones, but like they were kind of blowouts. It wasn't that entertaining come the end. Same with DJ in 2020, like absolute blowout. And now I'm just trying to fuck all your picks here. But anytime you get a playoff at Augusta, you're gonna have a great Masters. So I'll take Sergio.
And funnily enough, that one I did have it on my radar, but it wasn't on my list. Okay, so now I've got my third and fourth pick. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I obviously don't know how snake draft works.
No.
I'm going 2005. So this was the Nike commercial moment. Tigers chip in on.
Oh fuck!
I
fucked up. I thought I could only go to 2006.
Oh, did I? Is 2005?
No, that counts. Fuck, I fucked up.
There we go.
Man, that was just bad math. We won in a playoff over Chris DeMarco that year.
You got to pick my meals and pick
I can't
my
count.
snake draft.
Damn it.
So yeah, I mean, like, yes, the playoff over Chris DeMarco, but one of, we just spoke about Rory's moment at the end and that broadcasting moment. For me, probably also one of the best golfing broadcast moments in history with Vern Lundquist on the 16th in that call.
Stole it, though.
Oh, where did he steal it from?
There was another broadcast from the BBC or whatever that.
Really?
He stole that call. You look it up.
That's hilarious.
Look it up. Vern stole that call.
But no one knows the BBC call. Everyone knows.
No, exactly.
But yeah, just obviously the sending that tee shot long on 16 and just kind of dead to right. I think he chips it like a good 15 yards, 10, 15 yards left of the pin. Sits on the edge of the cup with the Nike logo there and just drops in. And but also the celebration. Golfers suck at celebrations. The Steve Williams fist bump, missed high five.
Man, I'm just mad at myself. I did bad math there. That was bad math.
But yeah, that was an absolutely excellent one. And again, 2005, what was I? I was
30.
17.
No.
17, 2005. So that, for me, those were like my prime Tiger watching. I didn't even play golf, but whenever Tiger was on screen, I was glued to the screen. So that was absolutely sick. My next pick, and this is in stark contrast to my first pick because it involves the same guy, but for a different reason. And this is Rory's collapse in 2011. And this is just like, so, we spoke about Rory's win, we spoke about Spieth's collapse, but Rory was, I think, 21 at the time, and the next sort of phenom, kind of announcing himself on the scene and leading by 4. So again, very kind of somewhat similar story to Spieth, but shoots an 80 on Sunday. So again,
hit a few houses.
Yeah. I think he put it into the cabins on 10.
Yeah.
And what was I going to say? If there's, again, perspective, where our golfing ability, we normally generally speaking, a good round of shooting in the 70s, and you feel like a dick for shooting in the 80s, and somehow you get into the 90s. You're like, but comparing this to our game, this would be like shooting 110. Like this was really, really bad. But not to mention Charles Schwartzel birdied the last 4 to win as well. So just absolute nail in the coffin. And that was sort of the start of the, I don't know if you call it a downward spiral for Rory, but just obviously the start of that.
Start of the jump. He won 2 majors.
Well, the Masters
started winning everything.
Anyway. The Masters spiral took him 15 years until 2025.
Yeah. No, it's great. 2 great picks. I hate my draft already. Those are great picks, and I'm disappointed. I'm going to go 2012 Bubba Watson in the playoff, that hook wedge. I know Bubba at that point wasn't a fan favorite for many people. I was rooting for Louis in that moment. Always loved Louis. Loved that smooth swing.
I think he made an albatross that year too, didn't he? In the final round.
Yeah, Louis. He was the perfect guy to go to live. He was he's like, you know what? I get the money. I don't really care anymore. Go out there and do what I got to do. And awesome to see him enjoy it. But yeah, Bubba, that shot in that playoff was unbelievable.
And like, if you talk about swings, like I don't think you could have 2 more contrasting swings like Bubba Watson, Louis Oosthuizen. But yeah, that like to get a shot that hooks that hard
with a wedge
is
insane.
And it's a cool story, right? Because I think he spoke about, because he'd always be shaping the ball. And he spoke about, like, as a kid, he had, I think, like a square house, and he would literally just start at one side, hook, slice around all 4 sides of his house. It's unreal.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
All right, and then my last one here. I have 2 directions I want to go here, and I think I got to go with 2015 Spieth. The height of Spieth, literally finished runner-up the year before, wins, finishes runner-up. We're right in the start of the Jordan Spieth era. Plays unbelievable golf, start to finish. Runner-up, Phil runner-up, could have won his 4th at Augusta.
I think so, yeah.
3rd or 4th. 4th at Augusta.
Yeah.
Then I can tell you what my other one was after that. But yeah, I'm going Spieth.
I'm very happy with my draft, and you know why? Because I got all of my 5 picks.
Are you taking Hideki?
Hideki was in there, and this was actually let me see where I had. I had 2012 as my 6th pick. I had Adam Scott as my 7th pick.
Damn.
I actually didn't have Hideki until my 10th pick, which is, looking back, maybe I would have done that. One of my I actually put as my 8th pick.
If you pick Zach Johnson, I'm leaving.
I was going to try.
That is number 20.
No. I was going to put. Well, sorry, it was down number 8. Was 2020 with Dustin Johnson, and not because
you're picking Dustin Johnson.
No, okay. I'm not. Like I was picking the 2020 Masters just because, hopefully we never see a Masters ever like that ever again. Like it was just
soft. Set the scoring record allegedly.
Scoring record,
but my actual finished runner-up, which is sick. Yeah.
But my actual 5th pick was 2010. And this was Phil Mickelson's 6-iron out of the pine straw on 13. And yes, that was his 3rd Masters. And you just mentioned he was fighting for his 4th in 2015. At the time, his wife was battling breast cancer as well. But I can't remember who the commentator was. Said that gap that he had out of the pine straw on 13 was like the width of a sleeve of golf balls.
It's Phil, baby. That's why Phil is always so entertaining.
So there's that moment. There was another moment. I can't remember what tournament it was, and he was Was it the PGA Championship? He was hard up in a left bunker, and I can't remember the course. And his caddy's saying, "Yeah, man, just send it out to the right." Phil just goes, "Yeah." And then he just sends it straight through the palm trees onto the green. His caddy goes, "What the hell?" And he was like, "Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to do that." But yeah, 2010, 16 under, won by 3 over Lee Westwood. And that was, the story with his wife, everything that leading up to that was massive. And actually, sorry, another point, interestingly enough, so he won in 2010. And when I did my 2011 pick, which was the Rory meltdown, the champions dinner that week, Phil being the champion from the previous year, he served Spanish food because he was obviously Seve Ballesteros was very sick. He was hoping that Seve was going to be there. He wasn't, and unfortunately passed away a few weeks later. So that was also why 2011 was special.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, easily when I'm looking down, the Zach Johnson year was the worst. They grew up the rough that year for the only time they ever did. He won at +1, and I hate that.
Yeah.
He's won at my 2 favorite tournaments. He won at the Old Course, which ruined that whole Open Championship for me. Fake winner. Won at 2007. The other one that I remember being great was 2009. Now, Angel Cabrera is not a good guy.
Not a good guy.
But watching him hit an iron might be just I can't even describe it. It's like a thump. He just hammers on it.
How long did he go? Didn't he go to jail for 9 years? He went to jail for
allegedly. I don't know. Who's to say, really? Is he playing this week, though?
He is playing this week.
That's good for Augusta. Shocking.
What were some of the other picks? What were the honorable mentions?
Hideki is a huge one. That was awesome. The way it ended and the emotion out of that guy, and the walk for that one was really cool. And the caddy bow was
Japan's first major winner too.
Yeah, just so cool. Hideki again, absolute flusher. Scotty winning was cool. John Rahm winning was cool, but they weren't entertaining Masters.
Yeah.
Like when Scotty won in 2024, he won by 4. It wasn't that entertaining, right? So
he 4-putted on
he was laughing
on 18.
Yeah, well, I think that was 2020. Was that 2022 when he did that?
Yes, it was because he had the he didn't have the mallet then. He had the blade.
And it was like, is he ever? It was very Ernie Els. Like, is it going in the hole ever?
Yeah, exactly.
The Patrick Reed one was pretty entertaining. He beat Ricky by 1, which is unfortunate because Ricky was kind of in the height of his stuff and kind of playing great. But and then so there's a lot of good ones. We can go further. If we went further back though, 97 Tiger, 2001 Tiger, Mike Weir in there, Phil winning, 86 with Jack. There's so many great, Freddie winning.
Yeah.
There's so many, Ben Crenshaw when he won after his not his caddy, his longtime coach, I believe, passed, and he hugs his caddy and starts immediately crying.
Yeah.
He almost didn't even play that week. There's so many good ones. Nick Faldo just dummying. What's his name? Big Dick Greg there, third leg Greg. The meltdowns from Greg over the years are amazing. That's I've been throwing a lot of the old Masters at work and just in the background, and those are awesome to watch. Obviously, you only really get in the back 9 up until I think it was the 90s, basically.
Second 9.
Second 9. My bad. Well, they're not calling me to cover. But you look at it, these are all big names. Every once in a while you get the Mike Weirs, let's call it out. Mike Weirs, the Zach Johnsons of the Charles Schwartzels of the world, the Danny Willets. But usually it's a pretty big name that's going to win this week.
Yep.
And maybe we get the odd weird winner.
Yeah.
Which would be a fun one. If there's a name in the field this week where you're like, that would be a weird winner, where you're like, where did that come from? Who would that be for you?
Sorry, just someone that you wouldn't expect to
you look back on it in 10 years and be like, oh, that guy won a major.
Max Homa.
Yeah, I think Max got a lot of.
I think he's got it would just be a weird one. It would just be so out of the blue because he's shown shades of some form, but it'd be how did that guy win this year?
I'm going Ryan Fox.
Man, Ryan Fox is a dark horse.
Yeah,
he's a dark horse.
That's what I mean. He's a dark. They're dark horses, but if Ryan Fox picks up a win, a Masters win,
Yeah.
we're gonna look back at it in 10 years and be like, Ryan
I'm not sure he has the
Fox?
finesse around Augusta.
Yeah, he also just lost his appendix too.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Or was it kidney stone sick?
Oh, probably. I don't know.
The same thing.
He had something taken out.
Yeah. Well, talk me through before we go. Like, what's your routine? Masters Thursday. Like, you apparently have a real job. You bring it up every single week. But like, you're at work. You got a full screen, I assume, dedicated to the Masters.
Well, yeah. You can't see it behind the camera here, but that was one of the reasons I mounted the TV here.
Yeah.
So I can have it. Not just the Masters, but other things. So I just have it going in the background. I try and crank out like a big Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at work.
Yeah.
Like if someone's like, hey, should we meet on this on Thursday? I'm like, let's front load it. Let's try and get as many decisions, as much stuff done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And yeah, have it going in the background. Obviously Thursday, Friday, the stories to watch, guys making the cut. Saturday, I'm looking forward to. I like to stay active on Saturday.
Like Saturday is going to be a big couch day
Saturday for me is not a sit on the couch and watch the whole thing. It's kind of get out, have it going in the car, have it going at home, have it going on your phone. On Saturday, we got a little Ryder Cup match indoors.
That'll be going on there. Yeah.
So Saturday's my day where I'm like, I listen to it on the radio, on TV, on my phone, at a bar somewhere. Okay. And then Sunday is my day where it's like, no one distract me. Like it's a nice early wake up Sunday morning. A shower, a shave.
Right down the brim. I think we should shave the whole beard off.
Maybe put some nice stuff in the hair. Get my favorite coffee and just on the cat, and I am set up there for the day.
I fucked up Thursday so bad. If any of my lessons on Thursday are listening, I'm not going to be great. I'm not going to be great. I got
put on the TV. Hey, see that guy?
Yeah.
Do what that guy does.
I got 5 lessons that day, and then we got a tournament that night. It's
actually, we do. We got a big week, and I guess you could say probably the
finale.
Well, no disrespect to Celtic, because I love it, but hopefully it's the final week of indoor golf, and we've got a big week lined up.
I hope next week kind of is we start wrapping up. Courses are all opening, and we're outside. But Friday, I got nothing from 10 until 4. And I'm just going to sit and watch the Masters all day.
Yeah.
And then, Saturday, definitely a big couching afternoon. Sunday, again, it's my wife's birthday, so it's going to be tough.
What time's dinner on Sunday?
6. So
tough.
Yeah, the weather looks
really
Sunday,
good.
So they're not pushing. Now sunlight goes down pretty early, so I think they should probably be wrapping up around 5:00 is my guess. 5:30.
Well, there was a playoff. I'm going to misquote here because I was going to say last year. I feel like it was like 6:30 it finished.
Yeah. So, but there was a playoff.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
and that's going to add a whole other hour. So I'm hoping it's all done.
Yeah.
For dinner, I can focus on.
And it's a really awkward time of year in Canada because as much as the weather sucks right now, there are a few courses opening up. And I messed up earlier when I texted the group. I was like, hey, does anyone want to, because there's a course about 50 minutes from here, anyone want to play? And then immediately I was like, that's a terrible idea. I'm not playing golf on Sunday. But you want to get outside, but also that's not
you're
happening.
A sicko though, and you'll play and just bring the iPad and
yeah, that's fair.
Be in a cart. And
maybe you can tee off like 8:00 in the morning or something.
Freeze your ass off.
Be done by lunch.
It'd be great. But
get the like electric shocks going through the hands from how hard the balls are.
Oh, man, I'm looking forward to it though. I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
We got 2 more sleeps and it's on the TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't wait.
What is it? Just really quickly, last one to finish up, because I think it's pretty obvious. PGA Championship is D tier for majors. Yeah. US Open is great, but it's not the best. In your opinion, for you personally, is it the Masters or is it the Open?
See, I always say the Open because it's like the Masters is great. Yes, it's perfect. Everything is perfect. The course is perfect. We see that course every year. We know it like the back of the hand. But I like the elements. I like the different shot shaping in the Open. I like anything can happen. Yeah, it can happen at Augusta too, but it's different. We only see it twice a year realistically. And the courses they play on have a lot of history. Like if you're telling me you get to watch the Open at St. Andrews or the Open, like last year, Port Rush is great, but like it was kind of a dud in the end.
Yeah.
With it's so venue dependent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So the Masters is a great venue. So we have that. It kind of flips 1A, 1B. I think the difference in where the Masters might be on top is just the timing of the year, where it's like, we're here. We have the golf season.
It's the timing of the year, and I think I'm going to go Masters for the same reason that you said, but I guess for the opposite reason. I like the fact that it's at the same place. I like the fact that we're always like, there's probably a meltdown at 12 on Sunday.
Yeah.
There's someone's going to get close at 16 on Sunday. Who's going to get it? Who's going to make a par on 18 to get it done? Like it's yes, I like the variety, but I just think going back to that same place where it's like, like last year, like let's say Rory's in the lead, come Sunday this year and he's on 13 and he's laid up. He's gonna have that same thing going through his brain.
Yeah, the history that we all remember. But some of my favorite times watching golf are getting up at 3 a.m. on Thursday for the Open, and you got a coffee, and I got 5 hours of sleep, but I'm right there. I might doze off, but you got
the one thing that is better for sure is the European broadcast.
It's so much better, so much better.
Yeah.
So I can't. It's it's like picking your favorite child.
Yep.
Right. And the Masters is awesome. And this week I'm picking the Masters. And when the Open comes around, I'll probably pick the Open. And next year when the Open's at St. Andrews, that will be my number one for the year. Yeah. And it probably will be yours too if you hopefully get to play it.
Yeah. Exactly.
And yeah, they're both special. I think the U.S. Open's a whole other carnage, and the PGA Championship,
whatever.
It just has no juice. It's got no.
Yeah.
It's got
doesn't have a soul.
It doesn't have like what is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where it comes down to is what is it? Now, if it was match play like it used to be way back in the day, I think that could be one of the best majors in the world, but it's not. Yeah. So here we are.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, that's a wrap on the lead up to Masters Week. We'll be back next week with a recap of the Masters, obviously.
Oh, we got a deep one.
Yeah, we're going to go deep on that one, and I'll get it right because
here's the thing I want to do this week.
We're going to do another 20-minute goodbye.
No, yeah, we are. But I got an idea quickly. So throughout the day, and you'll tell me the best way to do this, we should send each other voice notes.
Okay.
Right? That we kind of save voice notes, and then we'll be like, hey, here's the voice notes from Thursday that we came up with. Just like random takes that we had on Thursday. Yeah. Random takes we had Friday. Random takes Saturday, Sunday. And we'll just kind of, because we're not going to be able to live stream it together.
Yeah, yeah.
But and then breaking those down afterwards, because we're probably going to forget what we said.
Yeah, no, I like it.
And then we can edit it in. We'll play them again for us. And yeah, maybe that's the easiest way is just whether it's videos. You tell me how you want it.
No, that's good. Let's just save them into our phone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we'll go through them.
I like that.
Yeah,
that'll be fun to look back on. Yeah. Of like, holy shit, he did this on 12. I'm like, what was that? I don't even remember that shot. But I think that would be a little fun thing to break down. Is like Thursday voice notes, Friday,
kind of like
Sunday.
looking back on live reactions.
I think videos, because we're doing a video thing, so we'll do videos.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like fun. But no, I can't wait.
Sounds good.
Gonna be awesome.
Right. Masters recap next week, episode 19. Help us out, like and subscribe as you always do. And we're almost at the double ton. We're almost at 20 episodes. We're getting there.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
we're having fun.
Episode 19, Masters recap. We will see you next week. Thanks as always for tuning in. Peace.
Cheers.